Hi, I'm Kevin Hill, and today we're going to do another fun painting. So let's get started. We'll start off today with our 2-inch brush and a little bit of blue and white. And we'll just pick a corner right up here and begin working on a soft sky. Maybe in our painting today, the sky is full of clouds. Got all sorts of nice clouds. So we don't need a lot of blue, just a bit. And then just loosely and quickly work down toward the horizon, letting it get lighter and lighter. Now with our filbert brush, we're just going to scrub in some beautiful soft clouds out here. And I don't need too much, and I do want to leave a bit of shadow under the clouds. Allow some of that blue to stay there. We're going to have a big mountain here, so just kind of keep that in mind. There, be nice and loose with this, not too much paint, or it'll all get very messy. Next, with a nice soft blue-gray color, I'm going to begin to paint in a mountain. As you can see, I did a quick sketch of some of the major parts of this painting. Of course, we got this mountain, and we got some little ice fields out here on it. There. Now this is a real mountain in Canada. Actually, I took a picture of this mountain. I don't remember which one it was. But then I took another Canadian landscape and threw that down here. I combined the two into one to make more of an interesting painting. But I just love this mountain. Now with our 3/4 brush and a beautiful soft turquoise color, I'm going to paint in the water. Now I know you must be thinking that this is very odd, but the most amazing thing in Canada, in the Banff area where we were, the lakes are this color. It's just unbelievable. I had no idea. And then when we got there, it's like an ocean blue color. And it's like all the lakes up there. So pretty. So I'm putting this color right back here, and then it's just like regular water. It kind of becomes a little bit darker at the foreground. There. And then we'll see some rocks underneath. But I had just such a fun time. So thankful for the opportunity to tour around Canada. It was just amazing. We got so many pictures of all sorts of mountains and lakes and really great scenery. Next, I'm going to drop in just a few basic little trees back here. I'm just using the filbert brush and a little bit of blue, black, and green. I'm just rubbing them in pretty firmly here. These are just small, unimportant trees in the background. We're not concerned with them. So I'm just going to do them quickly. There. Maybe there's a little bit of land. Just like that. Nice. And a bit of trees over on this side. Now with some green, black, and blue on the filbert brush, I'm going to go ahead and just paint in an evergreen. Actually, maybe several evergreens. A couple of them are real big and they're off the canvas like this. Now I know this is a little bit different order than we're used to painting things in that we kind of blocked in the mountain and left it, and we're kind of moving on, right? Well, the reason I want to do that today is because the reference photo that I took of this mountain had very little highlight on it. And I think I want to build up more highlight to it. But I want to get the rest of the scene in first so I can determine how bright that mountain's going to be. Also, I might change the lighting on the mountain from the original. So I just want to get the rest of the landscape in. It makes it easier for me going forward. But ordinarily, I like to finish the stuff in the background and then come forward. So you do whatever you want to do to make the painting work out for you. Now with our 3/4 brush and a nice light gray color, let's go ahead and work on our mountain. I've kind of decided in my mind just about where I want the highlights and shadows and all that. So the light's going to come across like this. A lot of this ice here is going to be highlighted. And then a bit of this mountain here too. However, I don't want to go so bright that we lose all the beautiful contrast, because actually that dark mountain up there is very striking. And when I took the photo of this mountain, this is very similar to the way the light was, in that it was just pretty dark and the ice field was all in sunlight down here. So we're going to go with that. We're going to stay pretty close to it. I'm really excited about this painting. I feel like I get to take you on a trip with me. We get to see all this beautiful, beautiful mountains and tree areas. It's so much fun. You can go all sorts of different areas when you paint. Nice. Now we'll load up a little bit of yellow and white on the 3/4 inch brush. This is very pure, very bright. I'm going to we'll just start right here. I'm going to brush in a lot of beautiful highlight. Now my brush is picking up a lot of the blue underneath, so you got to wipe it out, reload it, and then do it again. You must not reload the brush again and again without wiping it, because that'll cause problems. You have to wipe it every time. There. And this is not going to be too quick. It's actually going to be a little bit on the slow side, just because it takes a while to build up the highlight and keep it bright. Very quick to highlight it, but to keep it very bright with that touch of yellow over the blue, it's not overly speedy. So just take a few minutes, be patient, and work with this paint. Don't fight it, because when you start fighting the paint, you'll get frustrated. There. See, I'm just working with the different shapes on there and blending them. There. The light's coming down like this. I'll just continue using this 3/4 inch brush and load it up with a little bit of green, brown, black, blue, and some of whatever all this is, just to lighten it up. Don't want it as dark as it was, because I'm going to do some trees over here. And these trees are going to be little suggestions. That's why I'm not going to go with the filbert, because the filbert gives you more, well, it gives you more texture and more like pine needles. I don't want that on these trees over here. They're a little bit farther away. I want to create some better distance in the painting that way, although they're not a lot farther away. Just a bit. There. Next, with our filbert brush, I'm just going to dot on some very subtle highlights here to these trees. Now, I like to do several highlights in trees because it makes them look more realistic. So this particular highlight, I'm allowing to wrap all the way around the tree, both sides, leaving some dark. So I'm not covering up everything, but I am going both the left and the right hand side. The light's coming across like this. There. Make sure your limbs are very random, not symmetrical. Then watch this, come back with a brighter highlight. Be careful, just a bit, right out on the edge. Then you can go brighter yet. Just depends on what you want. There. Next, I'm going to drop in some beautiful little sticks and detailed areas to these trees. And as you can see, I made a decision that I wanted this tree down a little farther. I didn't want it at the same level as those trees here. So I just took a trunk with the filbert brush and just quickly made a little tree trunk that brought him forward. Now I'm going to detail it to make it look closer yet. Pretty easy to make these little changes. You're very loose and free when you paint. Just kind of roll with what you think would look good. If it doesn't look good, it'd be easy to cover. Put black over it or something and go right back to where you were. So never be afraid to jump in there and have fun. Now with our fan brush, I'm just going to tap down to create beautiful suggestion of grass. This is nice tall grass in the foreground. Use different colors and just really change it up as you go along. You can add the liner brush grass on top of this later. Or you can leave this the way it is. You can also put in some beautiful wildflowers because, oh, we saw so many wildflowers. There. Maybe a little more highlight back here. Just a bit, not a lot. All right, well, I think we're done. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. Don't forget to check out my website, my DVDs, and also my brush line. And thanks for watching.